Welcome to the replay. You guys on the replay are getting the goods first before anyone even gets in the room. I'm going to share this link with you, this incredible free book writing crash course that I have put together. startwritingyourbooktoday.com/free crash course. It's a really long link, I apologize. But since you're on the replay, I know you're busy. I'm a replay viewer also. This is a free crash course video series that will help you write your book ASAP, right? So we're talking about the publishing industry, we're talking about how to generate ideas, how to create a structure, we're talking about how to write a book in a 13-week timeline. That's 90 days, that's 3 months. You're gonna love it. Okay, so that was for the replay viewers. All you guys who have come into the room, hello. I want to take just a second to say hi because I've been gone for like 2 weeks. That was actually unintentional. I had all of these great ideas that I was gonna like keep scoping on the road while we were like visiting family for Christmas and traveling, and you know what? Totally did not happen. That's fine. I know. Hi, Jess. Welcome, everyone. As you pop in, I saw some familiar names. I think I saw Ryan in here and some other folks. Y'all say hi. How have you been? Everyone have a good couple weeks? I feel like it almost got to the point where it's like if you stop something, even for just like 2 or 3 days, it's really hard to get back going. It's kind of like, I guess, with exercise or eating right or whatever else. It's like once you lose that momentum, it's like, well, I don't know. I can't really do that. I can't really get back on that bandwagon. So it's 2016, right? I feel like I've been talking about 2016 since November, so I'm almost surprised that it's only just now 2016. But it's here. We're excited. If you have been thinking about writing a book, and you've been putting it off until the new year, because that's what we do. We have this really big, intimidating goal, and we say, well, I'll just start it in January. Well, it's January now, so let's do it. Quick intro. I am Morgan Gist McDonald. I'm a writing coach, editor, and author, and I help people write books. So I coach people one-on-one from vague idea to first draft to publishable manuscript. And if you already have a first draft, I worked with this really amazing, fantastic team of editors that I have handpicked, and we bring your first draft up to publishable level. So we do all of that up at my business website, paperravenbooks.com. But I have something super exciting for you guys. It's January. I'm launching something new and incredible that I have never attempted before. I am taking all of my best writing advice and I'm putting it into video form. Okay, so it's kind of like Periscope actually has kind of inspired me to do this. I wasn't sure if I was the type of person who could do video, really. I had never done YouTube or anything like that, and I was just really did not feel confident hopping on video to share, you know, what I had, all the wisdom and experience and stuff I had gained as a writing coach. But now that I've experienced Periscope, and I'm like, people who are on the other side of the video camera are really nice folks. I think I could do this, and so it's given me kind of a boost of confidence. So thanks for those hearts, guys. I think I saw Tracy jump in the room too, so welcome. So it's given me kind of a boost of confidence, and I've now decided, okay, I'm going in full blown. I'm putting all my best, all my best writing, coaching, advice, and information into video format. So like I usually with clients, I have these phone calls and we get into really in-depth conversations about why a writing technique is or isn't working for them, or why they're not feeling motivated at the moment, or how they could restructure something. And so we have these hugely in-depth conversations about these writing issues. And I realized that that conversation is not happening on the internet. It's just not. I have taken writing courses and they claim to teach you how to write a book, but they're like, I mean, you get to the part where it's about writing, they're like, you know, just write stuff. Hello, Shalou. Their information, their content about the actual writing process is very shallow and is very just lacking, to be perfectly honest. And I'm not saying that to dismiss that. It's just that we need to be really honest about the fact that sometimes a course that's about writing a book is more about the marketing and publishing side than it is about the writing side. And that's just because that's where that person's expertise lies. They're really good at Amazon. They're really good at email lists. They're really good at publicizing. And eventually I had to kind of look at myself and say, well, what am I good at? I'm good at the writing part. And that, the generating the ideas, the creating a flexible structure that helps you feel confident in writing the book, the editing stuff, what makes a good book into a great book? Like, that's the kind of stuff that I'm better at. And so why am I not contributing to this conversation? Now I am. That has been the change and the shift for me over the last few months. And so I want to offer something to people who don't want to just write a book that can hit a bestseller list, but they want to write a book that's really good, that you're proud of. Thanks, Jess. Yeah, and the more I talk to people who want to be an author, they're like, I don't want to just write something that gets me on a random Amazon bestseller list, although that's great. I want to write something that in 5 years when I look back at it, I'm like, you know what? That was a good book. I'm really proud of myself for having written that, and something that will serve as a long-term asset for this vision that they're growing. So it's not just about Amazon rankings. It's also about building this platform for the future, right? Yeah, want to actually write a good book, and not just fast, although I think that fast is important because momentum, I think, carries you through really well. Maintaining momentum helps you actually write a little bit better, to be perfectly honest, but not fast for the sake of fast. I've seen stuff that's write a bestseller in a weekend, and I'm like, well, I don't want to write a bestseller in a weekend. I have no desire to do that. I would rather take a little bit longer time and flesh it out and sit with it, and and I think really 90 days, 3 months is, if you are going full tilt, you can do that. You can write a really good 150 page book in that time frame and get it out and move on with life. So that's kind of where I have landed, almost philosophically and logistically. That's how I work with one-on-one clients. Jess says, bestseller is the definition of a good book. I know, it's true. Who was it? I can't remember the author, but there's this myth of a conversation between a best-selling author and a would-be writer. And the would-be writer says, well, how did you write this amazing book? And how did you feel confident that it was the best book that you can possibly write? And the best-selling author says, well, it's not the best book in the world. It's not the best written book. It's a best-selling book. I know how to sell. That's why it's a best-selling book. And so it is interesting that there's a bit of a divide between, there can be a bit of a divide or distinction between a good book and a best-selling book. Anyway, sorry guys. So that's kind of where I've landed, that I really want to contribute to this conversation of what is a good book, and how can you take what you would write as a book and level it up into a good book, and then also publish it and launch it and help it to build this vision that you have. So I have created a free book writing crash course at startwritingyourbooktoday.com/free crash course. So this is a video series, as we talked about just recently, getting comfortable with the video. I think we can do this. And I'm taking all of the conversations that I usually have one-on-one with authors, and I'm putting them in video format so that they are really flexible and easy for you to consume, and to try to convey as much valuable content as I can in a short period of time, because you can do that best when you're talking. So the videos cover a couple of really important topics if you're considering writing a book in 2016. So first, we talk about 3 things you need to know about the publishing industry and why now is the perfect time to write a book. And I feel so much conviction around this, because I have been in the traditional publishing sphere. I worked in a small publishing house, and I've seen it from the inside, and I see how it's not crumbling, it's changing a lot. It's changing a lot in response to self-publishing, and traditional publishing houses are starting to see the ways in which self-publishing is going to entirely upend the way that we write, read, and consume books. So now is a great time. So we talk about that, some really specific things. teaser, did you know that a traditional publishing house needs to sell 2,500 copies of your book in order to recoup losses? And so if you can't demonstrate that you can sell 2,500 copies, they're gonna pass. Hey Jody, welcome, fellow editor here. That's right. We editors, and this is another thing that I don't know that writers fully understand, is we editors want your book to succeed as much as you want your book to succeed. And so when an editor is giving you some advice about how to change something or do something different in your book, it's because we truly 100% believe in the possibility of your book too. So, side note, throw that out there. Okay, so we're talking about the publishing industry, and then we're talking about what I call the quick start method to get clear on your book topic and motivated to start writing. Okay, so this is like the magic sauce for getting from confused and overwhelmed into actually shifting gears into writing, and writing quickly, and writing with new ideas that you had not considered before. Okay, so it's a method. It takes 5, 6, 7 days, something like that. But in the span of 1 week, you can shift into a completely different mindset around writing your book. So that's in the second video. And then the third video is a full overview timeline, step by step, of how I take writing coaching clients through writing a book, magic sauce, how I take writing coaching clients through writing a book week by week over a 90-day period. It actually breaks down into 13 weeks, and there's a specific goal and priority for each week that gets you from, you know, I don't quite know what I'm writing my book about, to writing a first draft, to editing and revising, to getting feedback, even into preparing to launch the book. So we take it all the way up to preparing to launch a book, so that at the end of 90 days, you feel ready and prepared to actually put it out there. So that all happens in the book writing crash course. Startwritingyourbooktoday.com/free crash course. And so that's kind of what my energy is focused around for the next couple of weeks. But I do want to continue hopping on Periscope and Blab. I really am going to do Blab on Fridays, and just answering your questions around writing a book and giving you whatever encouragement and feedback I can as you're writing. So welcome to 2016. This is the year of your book, and I want to be here with you as you're writing. So thank y'all for hopping on. Thanks, Jess and Tracy and Jody and all of you folks, and I will see you guys tomorrow. All right, bye.